Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today for season 9 Ultra League and Ultra League Remix has just dropped, but in this video I'll be featuring some more battles from Great League and Great League Remix because I have got a bunch of team comps stocked up. So today I'll be featuring this bulky team with Alomomola as a lead and Cresselia as a safe swap over here, and these two are very bulky mons and I'll be using these two. Alomomola with Waterfall, Psychic and Blizzard, as you can see in the graphic, but I'll be running Hydro Pump for a first couple of battles, maybe 7 or 8 battles. I'll be using that, then I'll be switching over to Blizzard. Because Blizzard gives more coverage against the flying typings and gives more play in matchups like Mandibus. And as a safe swap I have Cresselia, and I chose Cresselia in this team because it is a great safe swap as far as the meta is concerned, because uh, I was facing Whiscash, Registeel and Dewgong every now and then, and Frostlass as well whenever I'm competing in these battles. So that is the reason I came up with Cresselia. But this bulky duo over here with Alomomola and Cresselia will struggle to Pokemons like Frostlass, Registeel and Escavalier in the back line. So that is the reason I'm running it with K9 in this scenario. And K9 is quite a great Pokemon because it have got access to Fire Spin, Weather Wall, Fire Weather Ball, and Psyshock. So Psyshock is a great coverage move against the Poison typing, and maybe some other typings as well that does neutral damage in this meta. This team worked out pretty well for me for few of the sets. I did run it for maybe a day or two with playing over 50 battles, and it worked out pretty well for me because of its bulk and its safety play. It does have some great coverage as well onto this meta. So without further more delay, let's get into the battles and see how this team performs. Just a small announcement before going into the battles. So for the Oshowatt CD ticket giveaway, I'll be doing that giveaway on 15th of September 2021, that is tomorrow, and I'll be providing the CD ticket to one of the random subscribers who have participated into this giveaway, and I'll be announcing that by tomorrow. So good luck to every one of you, and let's get into the battles. So moving into the first battle, we have Alomomola with a neutral lead of Obstagoon over here, and Obstagoon does outpace me in terms of counter and Night Slash, but Alomomola is so tanky over here that it can take almost 3 Night Slashes. As you can see, it does not do too much, but if you can see, right, this waterfall is adding up onto this Obstagoon in this scenario, and they just throw their second Night Slash, which I'll let it go, and I'll be straight going for the Hydro Pump in this case. So let's see if I can get the final sorry, for the first shield. Yeah, I do get the first shield. Now I'll be switching into my Cress over here, and Cress is so tanky that it can tank 3 Night Slashes easily, and I'll let it go the first time. And now this is going to be one more Night Slash, but I'll be shielding this time because I want to preserve my health. And they comes back with a Jirachi, which is a very tough counter for me because I don't have anything that hits very hard to this Jirachi, because it is a steel and fairy typing, sorry, steel and psychic typing. But let's see if I can bring this Jirachi down, and now I catch one Doom Desire onto my Alomomola, and let's see if I can farm this thing down, which is very tough for me. I cannot do that, but now I'll be coming back with my K9 and trying to farm this thing down. I do farm it down, and onto my back I have got a bit of loaded energy with Cresselia, and they have got a Toxicroak onto their back. So now my win condition over here is my K9, because it have got access to Weather Ball and Psyshock, which will be dealing super effective damage to this Toxicroak, but they have got one more shield as well. So in this case my win con is to catch one move with my Cress and shield baiting with weather ball in this case, and I do get the final shield as well, which is very good for me. And I do catch one more mud bomb with my Cress, which does knock it out. Yeah, which does knock it out, and I can get to one Psyshock easily, which will be dealing double super effective damage because of the fighting and poison typing onto this Toxic Rock. And from this range, I'll be easily getting the game, because yeah, Toxic Rock is a glass cannon over here. So GG's. So that K9 was a kind of a spicy pick into this GL remix meta, and it does surprise some of the opponents as well. So moving into the next battle, we have got a decent lead of Pideot with Alomomola, and which have got access to Brave Bird and Feather Dance. Let's see if we can call it. It's a feather, sorry, it's a Brave Bird, which I don't call it, and I end up in a very terrible situation because from this range. Pideot can easily farm me down with a hell lot of energy, and yeah, they do that, and I don't want to get switch locked into this scenario, so I did not switch out, and they have and I can farm down with my Cress. So let's see what they have got into their bag, and they have got a Whiscash after a bit of lag. I was quite surprised because they came with their Whiscash, because Whiscash does take super acute damage from Grass Knot, but it will not knock it out from this range because I was double debuffed from that feather dance from that Pidgeot, and I do end up letting that Blizzard go as well, which is very much terrible for me. And I have to shield this Mud Bomb because I want to preserve some health onto my Cress, and I'll double up on Grass Knot, and one more Grass Knot I have to throw because I need to knock this out and get the final shield. I do get the final shield from this Whiscash. Now I'll be coming back with my K9 and bank that energy onto that Cresselia because I might need and into that closure game. Right now I have one Wither Ball loaded, which I have to throw because from this range I'll be knocking it out. And let's see what they have got into their back. And they have got a Poliwrath onto their backline, which is very good for this for me because it have got access. It is a partial fighting type Pokemon. So this Psyshock does a lot of damage, and this is probably be a Scald or a Ice Punch or Dynamic Punch, which it is a Ice Punch. And from this range I lose CMP type, but if this is a Ice Punch I survive that. And let's see if I can get one more Grass Knot onto this Poliwrath, and yeah, I do get that, and this will be definitely enough to take this Poliwrath out. And that's a very close game, and I do end up getting the game as well. So GG's. So banking that energy onto that Cress was kind of a good decision from my end. So moving into the next battle, so we have Cofagrigas lead with Alomomola, and it have got access to Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball or Psychic. Let's see, and it's a Shadow Ball which does a ton of damage to this Alomomola, but it's so tanky, it can easily tank one or maybe I suppose two as well. So going for the neutral Psyshock in this scenario, and it does so much. And this is one more Shadow Ball. I'll definitely shield it and farm this Cofagrigas down with a lot of energy and get the switch advantage as well. Yeah, I can farm it down fine. And now they comes back with a Registeel. Now I'll be going with the Psychic, and let's see if I can get the debuff. No, I cannot get the debuff, and from this range they cannot farm me down because Alomomola can't be farmed down with lock on. They have to throw, and I am happy to let it go. Now I'll be coming back with my K9 and doing a good amount of damage with Fire Spin, and did a super catch onto their Whiscash. But now I'll be swapping out into my Cresselia over here, which I've got access to Grass Knot, which will deal super active damage onto this Whiscash. Let's see how they want to play this game out. This is one more Mud Bomb, which I'll be happy to let it go because I'm already a shield down, and I have to get some shield from this opponent. This one Grass Knot, I'll be definitely getting the first shield. They let it go, which is kind of very surprising because they have got only 50% health off onto their Registeel, and I go for the hard hitting move of Moonblast, which is resisted, but it does more damage with respect to Grass Knot. And now I'll be switching back onto my K9, and I can easily farm down and shield this Focus Blast, and I can easily farm this thing down, and my opponent just concedes the match. So GG's. And this Whiscash Registeel combo, this is the reason I came up with this team with K9 onto my back. So getting into the next battle, I have got a decent lead, very good lead actually, with Alomomola with Nidoqueen, and they swaps back into their Alomomola, and I'll be swapping into my Cresselia, which I've got access to Grass Knot, which deal a ton of super active damage onto this bulky Alomomola. And I end up shielding one Blizzard as well, which is a very good call from my end. And let's see. I don't think this Grass Knot will be enough to take this Alomomola out. And yeah, and from this range I'll be getting a lot of energy. And let's see what they have got into their back. So they have got a Nidoqueen and a Mandibuzz. So now I'll be going for the hard hitting move of Moonblast. Let's see if I can get the first shield. I do get the first shield, and now I'll be getting hit with one foul play, but I'm not sure if it's going to KO or not. Yeah, it does not KO, and I could not get to one Moonblast, so I'll be throwing this Grass Knot for a bit of chip damage, and now I'll be swapping out into my Alomomola and saving my Crest for a potential sack swap. I switched up because I know they have got a Nidoqueen onto their back, which does have a very good play. Doesn't have a good play with Alomomola either. So now I'll be getting ahead of energy and going for the Hail Mary Hydro Pump. Let's see if I can get the final shield. Yeah, I do get the final shield as well, so that is very good for me. And I'll be letting this foul play go, which is fine for me. And now from this range, let's see how they want to play this game out. Yeah, this is going to be one more foul play, and I'll be letting it go, and from this range I'll be coming back with my Ninetales to get some energy. Yeah, this is going to be a foul play, I believe, which I can easily tank, and they have got a Nidoqueen onto their back, so we should be fine because this Poison Fang is resisted, but I have to watch out for the Earth Power, and I shield up the Poison Fang, which is really terrible for me. And now I'll be going for the hard hitting move of Psyshock, and now my win condition over here is to sack my Cresselia, and let's see if I can get one more Wither Ball onto this Mandibuzz, and yeah, I can reach it in time, and I do end up getting the game as well. And one more reason I had to sack my Cress over there, because I want to clear my debuff and get iron energy with my K9. So moving on to the next battle, we have got a very good lead with Shadow Scizor, and this waterfall is just adding up onto this Scizor as well. So they swaps out into their their Hypno, and now I'll be catching one, I believe, Thunder Punch onto my Cress over here, and not quite worried about the Scizor because my backline with Alomomola and Ninetales have got a great play with Scizor as well. Let's see what they have got into their back apart from Scizor and Hypno. And now I'll be going ahead with the Moonblast. Let's see if I can get the first shield. And I don't get the first shield, and Hypno is a quite tanky Pokemon as well. And this is going to be one more Fire Punch or Thunder Punch, I believe, because yeah, this is a Thunder Punch, which does not deal too much damage. And I'll be now going for the bait move of Grass Knot. Let's see if I can get the first shield. They no shield that, and now I'll be swapping again into my Alomomola to get the farm down, and they have got a Dewgong onto their back, which is not a great response for the Alomomola. I think they are going for the debuff play, and I do end up debuffing them with my Psychic from the Alomomola, and they'll be throwing this resisted Icy Wind, which will debuff me as well. Let's see how they want to play this game out. They let that Psychic go as well, and this is one more Icy Wind, which will not deal too much pressure onto this Alomomola. I can easily hang on to that, and let's see. I have one more Psychic going through to this Dewgong. Let's see, they want to invest the first shield and they let that go, which is not a good thing, because I have got my K9 onto my back to handle this Scizor as well, and this fire spin is doing so much damage, and they just end up letting that go. So good game. Moving into the next battle, I have got a very good lead, because Dewgong is not a good response to Alomomola, because this Icy Wind and Frost Breath or Ice Shard all are resisted. Now I'll be going for the neutral move of Psychic, and let's see if I can land it. Yeah, I do land it, which is perfect for me. And this is going to be a Icy Wind, I believe, because they want to debuff me, which is quite fine for me. And going for the neutral Psychic, but they throw once again. This is going to be a Icy Wind again, which will be debuffing me even more. And let's see if I can get two Psychic to this Dewgong to let this Dewgong go down. Mm, After a bit of lag, I think GBL lag, obviously. This is one more Icy Wind. I let it go and get Iron Energy for the farm down. And from this range, I throw the Psychic, because I don't want to debuff me once again, or maybe get the switch advantage. I deliberately went for the switch advantage over here. And now I'll be coming back with my K9, because it does have a great gameplay with the Wigglytuff, and they comes back with something I am not quite sure. They comes back with a Unova Stunfisk, and now obviously I'll be swapping out into my Cress, because I've got access to Grass Knot as well, which will be dealing a ton of damage. And I do end up getting the first shield as well. So this game is quite wrapped up, because I have a good alignment with their Pokemons, because K9 can easily handle that Wigglytuff, and Cress is already aligned with this Unova Stunfisk, which is already down a shield, and I have got almost 2 Grass Knot to be thrown back to back. And but let's see, I have to watch out for a potential sack swap onto that Wigglytuff. Yeah, one more Grass Knot, and I do end up getting the final shield as well. Yeah, this is the sack swap that I was talking about, but they end up getting that very wrong. This is going to be a play rough, which is resisted. Yeah, which I can easily tank, and now I'll be going for back-to-back weather balls, which will be knocking this Wigglytuff out. And let's see. Yeah, it is enough to knock this out, which is definitely fine for this game. And this game is quite a bit lengthy, because of that Dewgong and Alomomola matchup, which is not very great. And I have got one more Grass Knot loaded onto my Cress, and I've got a shield advantage as well. So that's a good game. GG's. Getting that switch advantage with that Dewgong matchup with Alomomola was quite like correct call from my end as well. So getting into the final battle of the first set, I've got a lead of Drifblim, which is a kind of decent lead, and they will throw the first Shadow Ball, which does a ton of damage onto that bulky Alomomola. And let's see if I can get if I can land this Psychic. This will be dealing a bit of damage, and I end up getting the the first shield as well, which is fine for me. So now I'll be shielding this Shadow Ball as well, which is a very good call. And now from this range, this is going to be Ice Wind, which I can easily tank. And from this range, oh sorry, that's a Shadow Ball, which is not very good for this Alomomola as well, which gets knocked out. And now I'll be coming back with my K9 to get a hard farm onto this Drifblim. Now I'll be going for the bait move of Weather Ball. Let's see if I can get the final shield, which is fine. I get the final shield as well, but they snuck in one Dragon Tail through, which is not very good. And I will be landing this Psyshock for a heavy neutral damage, heavy super active damage. And I'll be swapping back into my Crest to catch one Aqua Tail, and they have got a Mobile onto their back, which is not a very good counter for my Crest, because they have got access to Fire Fang, Power Up Punch, and Iron Head, I believe. But Mobile is such a glass cannon, which is not too tanky, and this Moonblast does so much damage onto this mobile. Let's see how they want to play this game out, and I do have one more shield advantage as well, which is fine for me. Now I'll be swapping back, I think, into my K9, and they end up throwing, which is fine for me because I wanted them to dump their energy onto my Cress so that they don't have enough energy to land it on my in a K9 as well. So now I'll be going for the Psyshock, next Psyshock, which will deal super acute damage onto that Dragalge because of the poison typing, and I do end up getting the uh, game as well. Hopping into the next battle, I have got a lead of Pideot again, and now this time I have learned from my past battle, so I have to watch out for that brave bird. And let's see. This is going to be a potential feather dance, and I let it go, which I call correctly. And now they'll be swapping into their Whiscash, which is perfect for me. And now I have my Whiscash aligned with my Cress, their Whiscash with my Cress, which is perfect. And this is the reason I chose Cress, because it have got access to Grass Knot, which will be dealing a good match with Dewgong and Frostlass, which I was a bit struggling to. And let's see if I can get the shields from this Whiscash. This is going to be a mud bomb, but I will shield it up because I want to preserve my health onto this Cress. And they let it go, which is quite surprising for me, because they entirely sack their Whiscash and they are relying on their Pokemons onto their backline, and they end up shielding that Moonblast onto their Pidgeot, and they swaps back into their K9. So I have got my Alomomola onto my back to handle this K9 because this waterfall does so much damage. This is going to be a Psyshock or maybe a Wither Ball, either of which does not take me out from this range, which I am fine with. And now I'll be going for one more Psychic, and let's see. I do land it, and they'll be throwing one more Wither Ball, and from this range I'll be getting knocked out. And now I'll be coming back with my oh, I survived that as well. I do get the farm down from this range, which is quite terrific because Alomomola is so bulky. I was not actually counting on that Alomomola from that health, but it do end up getting surviving that Wither Ball as well. So now I'll be getting some more energy, shielding the next Feather Dance and getting the Moonblast. I can easily land that, and I'll be swapping back into my K9, and I do end up getting the game as well. So GG's. So going into the next battle, I've got a neutral lead again of Obstagoon, and let's see how I want to play that game out. And I think I was back one turn of Waterfall because of that GBL lag, I think. I'm not quite sure. And they swaps back into their Shadowwick, and I'll be counter swapping into my K9 to hard farm this Victreebel down with a hell lot of energy, and let's see what they have got onto their back. And they comes back with a Sylveon, I believe, and which is not a great call because my K9 does so well against Sylveon as well because of the fire typing. And they snuck in one charm as well, which is not a good play from my end. And now I'll be throwing one more Wither Ball, and they snuck in one more charm, which is terrible for me. I am quite onto my learning curve to optimize my throwing onto these moves. And now I'll be coming back with my Alomomola to soak up this Psyshock, which I am fine with. Let's see what they have got. Oh yeah, they have got definitely that Obstagoon. And let's see if I can get the first shield with this resisted Psychic. And yeah, it's very satisfying for me because I do end up getting the final shield with that resisted Psychic, which is very much great for me because now I am I have got double shield advantage, and I end up shielding that Gunk Shot as well, which is quite a nuke move. And I just one shot that Obstagoon down with Moonblast. Ouch. So moving into the next battle, I have got a spicy pick of Vaporeon in this scenario, and I believe I started recording this battle on in the middle of that set. I'm not quite sure. So sorry for that inconvenience. So never mind. So getting out of energy and shielding up the next aqua tail as well. Now I'll be throwing this grass knot to get the final shield as well. Let's see how they want to play this game out. This is one more aqua tail. Now I'll be shielding this because from this range I'll be getting knocked out. And let's see, this swaps back into their mandibus, and I'll be throwing this moon blast, which will deal a ton of damage onto this mandibus. And I'll be now swapping out into my Alomomola to soak up this foul play. Sorry, aerial ace, which is not a very good move. And now from this range I'll be hard farming this uh, mandibus down, which is I think a good call, because I'll be stacking up a hell lot of energy onto my Alomomola. Now this is going to be one more foul play or a aerial ace, which I'll shield definitely, because I was loaded so much onto energy. And let's see what they have got onto their back. Comes back with the Vaporeon, and from this range I can easily double psychic it down. And let's see what the final Pokemon is. And they have got a pretty hard backline of Cresselia over here, because this Smackdown will deal a super active damage onto the fire typing of K9. And my win condition over here is to get a sack swap onto my Cress, which I do surprisingly well. And I do end up catching that rock slide onto my Cress over here, doing that potential great sack swap. And now I'll be going for the neutral Psyshock to give the game as well. So GG's. So that's a 5-0 set for the second set as well, and for the first set it was also a 5-0. So for the first day when I used this team, I got a 25 win ratio, and which is quite a good rate for me, because I was using this team for the first time. And if you are using this team, do let me know down in the comments. And thanks for watching. See you again in the next one. Bye.